apply some of those rhombus properties that we had. And remember, the diagonals are perpendicular. The diagonals bisect the angles, and all four sides are congruent. In our first example, RST is 67. This diagram is clearly not to scale. It's a terrible drawing because RST is this whole angle right here. They're saying is 67 degrees. Now, if the diagonal bisects the angles, that means that these two angles have to be congruent. So to find the measure of each, I take 67 divided by 2, which is 33.5. So each half of that angle has to be 33.5. And that's what they're asking for. They want RSW, 33.5 degrees. So the next example, we have we want to get SVT. SVT is down here. That's what we're looking for. If STV is 135, and again, diagram is terrible. So that angle is 135. There is more than one way we can complete this question. The first way I'm going to show you is to say, if that whole angle is 135, I'm going to focus on half of the rhombus as a triangle. Now that triangle we know is isosceles because in rhombus all of the sides are equal. So if I pop it out and rotate it around, it looks something like this. Now pardon the fact that my angle is, not accurate. That's supposed to say 135. Now if it's isosceles, the base angles have to be congruent. So if I wanted to get the measures of those angles, I could take 180 minus 135, which is 45 degrees, cut it in half. I get 22.5. So each of those angles has to be 22.5 degrees. That is one way to do that question. Another way to do that question is instead of looking at the isosceles triangle that is the half of the rhombus, we could focus on this triangle right here I'm putting in green. In the green, we know that we have a right angle because the diagonals are perpendicular. We know that this angle up here by T is half of 135. 135 divided by 2 is 67.5. And so that gives me the vertex angle. Now if I take 67.5 plus 90, I get 157.5. Every triangle's angles have to add to 180 degrees. 180 minus 157.5 is 22.5. So we get the same answer either way. Just depends on how you choose to look at it. Number 3, this one's pretty direct. SWT right here is 2x plus 8. And I said in the previous question, the diagonals are perpendicular. So 2x plus 8 has to equal 90. 2x has to equal 82. So x has to equal 41. Not bad.